Hello students. Uh, in the last session we have seen about Bluetooth, and today we are going to talk about Bluetooth Low Energy. So as I told you in the previous session, Bluetooth version 4 is called as Bluetooth Low Energy, and it is also called as Smart Bluetooth. Okay, right. And this smart Bluetooth or Bluetooth Low Energy is suitable for applications which need low power. Okay, typically IoT applications, because the sensors and the devices are battery operated, so it is better if they consume less power. For that, Bluetooth Low Energy is very much suitable. Okay, so if the devices need to communicate with other devices that follow Bluetooth as well as Bluetooth Low Energy, then it needs to implement both protocol stacks. One is Bluetooth basic rate, that is normal Bluetooth, and another protocol stack which belongs to Bluetooth Low Energy. So we need to implement both of them. Okay, and star is the only topology which is supported by Bluetooth Low Energy. So here topology means the arrangement of devices in a particular area. So how the star topology looks like is, you will have a central node or device which is called master, or you can say hub, hub, and all other devices which needs to communicate are connected to this master node. Okay, so this is how a star topology looks like. So the communication takes place through a central node called master. Okay, in the coming slides you will see an actual diagram, then you will understand it better. And apart from star topology, there are other topologies in networking, like one is tree topology. So there is a root device which can communicate with other devices at the another level, and again these devices can communicate further with other devices. So this is a tree topology. Okay, so there is some form of hierarchy in this, right? And we will have something called mesh topology, where you will have devices where each device is connected to every other device, like this, and like this, and this. So if you see this in this topology, if you take this device, it is connected to all other devices. One is this, second, third connection, and fourth connection. So this is called mesh topology. So there are different topologies, and Bluetooth supports only star topology. Okay, and right, like I told you, if two slave devices need to communicate with one another, the communication must pass through the master device. Okay, uh, and right, and if you take a slave device, it cannot be or may not be connected to two master devices at the same time. It is not possible in Bluetooth Low Energy, right? Okay, now if we look at the protocol stacks, what is the difference is, the difference between the Bluetooth basic rate and the Bluetooth Low Energy is, it starts above the L2 cap layer. So if you remember the discussion about Bluetooth basic rate in the previous video, there in the Bluetooth protocol stack we have this layer L2 cap. Okay, So in Bluetooth Low Energy, above this layer they have added some more layers like this. Okay, we will come back to this, but before that, let's see this topology. So this is the star topology. Like I told you in the previous slide, there will be a central device or node which is called master, or you can say it is a hub, okay, to which all other devices are connected. Okay, and the devices which are used to connect to the central hub or master are called slave nodes. Okay, uh, let's say this slave 1 and this is slave node 2. If slave 1 needs to communicate with slave node 2, first of all it has to send the data to master node, and the master node will forward the data to slave node. Okay, so this is what happens in star topology. Entire communication takes place through master, and generally this master node will be connected to internet. Okay, let's say this slave node wants to send some data. Let's say the slave node is a sensor and the sensor needs to send the data to cloud. So how does it do it? It will send the data to master. As master is connected to internet, the data will be sent to internet or cloud, where it is processed and further steps are taken. So this is about star topology. Okay, now this is the protocol stack of Bluetooth Low Energy. So you can see here it is compared against the OSI model. So here there is the MAC layers, that is the second layer, and physical layer, which is the first layer in OSI model. So here the OSI model is, the OSI model's physical layer is this. Okay, and this entire thing from here to here, this is MAC layer. Okay, right. So you can see here in Bluetooth in Bluetooth basic rate, we have these two layers, the LMP layer and L2 cap layer. But in Bluetooth Low Energy, they have added these new layers or protocols. Okay, so these are the new things in Bluetooth Low Energy which are not there in Bluetooth basic rate or the basic Bluetooth version. So they have added this attribute protocol, generic attribute profile, generic access profile, and security manager protocol, right? And some more points. Two main roles of Bluetooth Low Energy are, one is controller and another one is host. So this is some terminology, just remember it. And where does Bluetooth Low Energy and this Bluetooth basic rate or classic Bluetooth differ is the way in which the devices are associated with each other. Okay, the association method. So these two differs in how these devices are associated. So here in Bluetooth Low Energy, if you take a slave node, it can belong to only one piconet. Okay, so a slave can belong to only one piconet during its association lifetime. So I have discussed about piconets and scaternets in the last session when I was talking about basic Bluetooth. And so if you remember there, in a piconet, a slave can be associated with multiple master units, but here it is, it can be associated to only one piconet. Okay, and it is synchronized with only one master element. Okay, in Bluetooth Low Energy, right? So link layer manages events which are generated by hosts at a given time, that is at a particular time interval, using the advertising channels. And moving on, so bidirectional data flow can be obtained when there is a connection between elements, that is when slaves are advertising packets and they are received by master elements or master nodes. Okay, so this is a basic thing. Right. So Bluetooth and low energy is particularly suitable for IoT, like I said in the previous slides. So how is that being achieved, that low power consumption? That is because of energy saving, which is done by the MAC layer. Okay. And how does it achieve that? By putting the slaves in sleep mode. Okay. So these slave nodes which join a Piconet are kept in sleep mode by default, and they are waked periodically through a scheme which is called time division multiple access, in short TDMA. It's a access mechanism, TDMA, time division multiple access. So what happens in TDMA basically is the time is divided into slots. Okay, so in each slot one slave node is activated. Okay, in another slot another slave node is activated and data is transmitted to the master. Okay, so that is what happens in TDMA, time division multiple access. Okay, and so the data exchange between the slave nodes and the master, it is done by the L2 cap layer with no retransmission and flow control. Okay, so in BLE there is no retransmission. For example, there is an error, the packet is lost, that's all. So the data is not requested again, so there is no retransmission of data. Okay, and there is no flow control, which is basically there in the Bluetooth basic rate, or also known as classic Bluetooth. Right. And when the devices are connected in the form of server and client, the server needs to maintain something called attributes. So whenever the devices are connecting as a server and client, the server has to maintain some information that is in the form of attributes. Okay, and who maintains those attributes? Those are maintained by attribute protocol. So in the previous slides I have shown you the protocol stack of BLE, right? I have shown you that some of the protocols are added in BLE. One of them is attribute protocol. So what does it do? It handles the attributes which are needed by server. Okay. So example is like there is some data structure which is need to be maintained by another protocol called GATT, generic attribute profile protocol. Okay, which is on top of this attribute protocol. So this data structure which needs to be maintained by GATT is taken care of by attribute protocol. Okay, right. And you can see here who maintains the functionalities of a connection between the client and server. It is maintained by GATT, generic attribute profile. Okay, right. And this generic attribute profile also provides a framework uh, which allows discovery services by using the attributes in defined by ACT protocol. Okay, and this allows exchange of characteristics between the devices which are connected with each other. Okay, and so what are these attributes we are talking about? So attribute is a set of characteristics or properties which include that is these characteristics include a value and properties parameter which is monitored by the device. So for example, if you see here, if the slave node is a humidity sensor, it will need the humidity characteristics and attributes which are needed to describe this sensor and to store its measurements, the humidity measurements. Okay, right. And if we need some application specific profiles which need low energy Bluetooth standard, we can take care of that by using GATT profile. GATT protocol, that is generic attribute profile. Okay, and some more things about GATT. The generic attribute profile will use the ACT protocol, that is the attribute protocol, along with the lower stack protocols which are L2 CAP and LMP for introducing division between the attributes into services and features. Okay, and what is this services? Services contain a set of features. So service is a collection of features, and what do these features include? A value. Okay, values like numerical data or any other kind of data which describes these features. Okay, so Bluetooth can be treated as a low cost alternative to Wi-Fi. Okay, so whenever we need some wireless connectivity, you can either go for Wi-Fi or you can choose Bluetooth. Okay, it is based on your choice. They are, both of these things are alternatives. Again, when you consider Bluetooth, you have the Bluetooth basic rate. Also, you have Bluetooth low energy. If you don't care about the power consumption, you can go for Bluetooth. But if you need low power, you have to go for Bluetooth low energy. That is if you need low power. Okay, generally in IoT we need low power, so Bluetooth low energy is best suitable as an alternative to Wi-Fi. Okay, but if you consider the range of Bluetooth low energy and Wi-Fi, Bluetooth low energy's range is substantially shorter or considerably shorter. So it can go for only up to 100 meters. Okay, beyond that the signal will weaken. There will be some interference in the communication, right? Okay, and if we talk about the data rate, BLE operates at 1 Mbps rate at its physical layer, but if we look at application layer, it only handles up to 236.7 kbps. This is very less speed. Okay, very less, right? So that's it about Bluetooth low energy. And finally, let's see some differences between Bluetooth basic rate and Bluetooth low energy. So this is only for your reference. I am not going to explain this. Just pause the video and look at all these things. So we have three layers here: physical layer, MAC layer, and application layer. Okay. So if you look at physical layer, in classic Bluetooth we have three power classes, like I told you in the previous session. Okay, class 1, class 2 and class 3. But here in Bluetooth Low Energy we don't have such kind of classes. We have only one thing, that is based on the maximum and minimum power. Okay. Similarly you have different other things here: bit error rate, uh, modulation scheme which is being used, the channels, okay, device states and packet transmission, the type of transport mechanism. So you can see here Bluetooth basic rate supports both synchronous communication as well as asynchronous communication, but here it is only asynchronous communication. Okay, right. So you can look at this. So let's refer what we have seen in this session again. So we started with this, where Bluetooth 4 is also called as Bluetooth Low Energy, and it is also called as Smart Bluetooth. Then we have seen that Bluetooth Low Energy supports only star topology, and a slave device cannot be connected to two master units at the same time. And we have seen the star topology, how it looks. So, and then we have seen the protocol stack of Bluetooth Low Energy, and then we have seen points about the different things related to Bluetooth Low Energy stack. So the MAC layer, then we have seen the new layers, which is attribute protocol and generic attribute profile, some important things about those things. And okay, so Bluetooth and Wi-Fi are alternatives, and its range is less than Wi-Fi. And also we have seen the data rate, and then finally the difference between Bluetooth basic rate and Bluetooth low energy. So that's it for this session. Thank you.